Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Automation is future. So in the previous video, we have seen flow control was. This is the continuation of the same video. In this, we are going to discuss about the other majorly used two more flow control valves. First one we have is quick exhaust valve. This quick exhaust valve is used to release the air pressure which has been locked inside a component. Generally, when we are using or when we are making our components to move with higher speed, these components might get filled up with air and get locked up. To remove this air, we will be using this special type of component called quick exhaust valve. In these, what actually happens is we would be sending we would be sending air at one of the connection. So if you see the component, this is nothing but modification of our shuttle valve. So this is a modification of our shuttle valve. So at the another inlet we had connected a silencer which supports in free flow of air. So what we do is at one point at the number one or at the one inlet we would be connecting air pressure, and the outlet we would be connecting to the component where we need to release the air pressure. So we will push air pressure into the component. So when it is returning backward, the ball or the this shuttle will close the inlet and makes the air to flow through the silencer. So this is a sequence of operation. Anyhow, we are going to see the simulation sequence in our future classes. So the next component we have is pressure sequencing valve. So if you see the symbol, this is the symbol for pressure sequencing valve. If you clearly observe this, in this we have a 3 by 2 valve with pilot operated and a pressure regulating valve or pressure reducing or pressure regulating valve we can call. So that this is also like works as adjusting the amount of air pressure entering into the our component. So basically, how does a 3 by 2 work? The same thing. We will give air pressure at inlet at 3 by 2's inlet, and outlet will be triggered with the help of this pressure sequencing valve. So how we will be doing is we will be in this pressure sequencing valve. If you observe the symbol or the cross section view, we have an opening or we have an valve or we have a balloon or diaphragm kind of thing. So this one we will be setting the length of opening. We will be setting the length of opening with the help of the top screw. Whatever the screw available on this, we will be setting this opening level. So based on the opening level, that after we give signaling air inlet, air passes into this, air gets filled up here, and this makes to move the pilot of my 3 by 2. This makes to move the pilot of my 3 by 2, and whatever the pressure we are giving, that would be escaping from the tube. And as usually extra air pressure will be released from 2 to 3. So this is how a pressure sequencing valve works. This usually we will be using for sequence of operations, like if we have two cylinders one after the other. So if a cylinder needs to work, cylinder A and cylinder B, cylinder 1 and 2, firstly the cylinder 1 can be extended and then cylinder 2 can be extended. So this is how it works. So next we have the till now we have seen the important ones. Next, what all we have here are like most commonly used type of walls. So first one we have is non-return wall. So sometimes we will be calling it as check wall also. So basically this will allow the flow, whatever might be the flow, air flow or liquid flow, only in one direction. It will restrict the flow in other direction. The next one we have is one-way flow control valve or non-return valve with spring loaded. So sometimes if we are like loading this wall or connecting this wall against the gravity, there might be chances of a ball, whatever the non-return component, or sometimes ball, sometimes flap, whatever it might be, it might get stuck. To avoid such situation, we will be using spring loaded ones. The next three are the next four are the components which we have seen in our previous videos. One is shuttle valve, which works on or logic function. Next one is dual pressure valve, which works on and logic function. Next one is quick exhaust valve, which releases the air pressure. Next one is one-way flow control valve, which controls the flow direction of air in only in one direction. In the opposite direction, it will not control. The next one we have is throttle valve. So throttle valve is nothing but just an opening level valve which where pressure can be controlled. So next we have is pressure regulating valve without relief port. So we have seen pressure regulating valve with relief port. This is pressure regulating valve without relief port. So it will only like send the air pressure from point one to two without with regulating the pressure, without restricting or without relieving the flow. So the next one is commonly we call pressure regulating valve or commonly used one, which will release the air pressure into the atmosphere slowly. And next one we have pressure sequencing valve with external supply line. So this external supply to well we will be giving air pressure where it is controlled. Next one is pressure relieving valve. So pressure relief in the sense it will like store the air pressure at one itself. So if you see these two components, pressure without relief and with relief. Without relief, whatever the extra pressure that will send again to the outlet. But here with relief, extra pressure it is sent into the inlet. And the pressure sequencing valve, whatever the combination valve which we have seen just few seconds back. So this is about flow control valves, guys. So flow control valves and pressure control valves, we will be seeing the same components in the simulation, how they will be working and how we can connect them. So thank you, guys. Thank you for watching my videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Automation is Future. Thank you, guys.